just thank you very much for such a great honor, and I hope that you're empowered by my talk. I'm going to speak with you guys today about education, opportunity, and dreams, and how I believe education and awareness can empower a generation. So here's some of the numbers that you can see. Currently, there's 61 million children living in the world without access to even just a basic education. Now, this is hard for us to grasp here in America, where we know education and we're forced into it. But a child is actually 40% more likely to live past the age of 5 if their mother has had even just a basic education. No country has ever achieved rapid and continuous economic growth without at least 40% of its adults able to read and write. So with the economy and the way that it is right now, you can see that this is a very important statistic. So this is kind of how we will and how we are changing the world. I work with an organization called Pencils of Promise. And basically we're a for-purpose mission with a two-part mission. The first 51% is building schools in third world countries for children without access to the education. The other 49% is developing leadership and creativity skills in these children so that our program becomes more sustainable. Our core beliefs are that education is a basic human right. We also believe that a generation empowered will empower the world. So a big strength of Pencils of Promise is how we go about building our schools. We only build in communities that actually want these schools. So we go in, we evaluate the community, and we see if they can build, and then the community has to provide either 20% of the building cost or 20% of the labor for us to build there. This happens because we want the community to actually be invested in the school. We don't just want to go in, build one, and leave. We then set up a promise committee made up of local leaders around the community who are responsible from everything to making sure that kids go to class, making sure the teacher has everything he or she needs, and making sure that the school's upkept. Then we hire the teachers actually from within those communities and train them with our Pencils of Promise staff. So here's a little bit of my work with Pencils of Promise so far. When I was a freshman here at Oklahoma State, I founded the organization here in April of 2011. Our first meeting was on the pre-finals week, and we had about 10 people show up. You wouldn't want to show up to a meeting in the middle of trying to study for your biggest tests. So you can see we had a lot of room to grow. In our second year we had very slow growth, and we just kind of wanted to spread the word and present to campus organizations. We actually started volunteering at Highland Park Elementary here in Stillwater, and we raised $150 for them. At the end of the year, we had about 30 people on our email list and 10 people regularly attending our meetings. Here's what we've done so far this year. We began this year with a $25,000 campaign to build a school in Ghana. Because of this, we've added more than 100 people to our email list and raised over $1,400 so far. Different opportunities that we've had is obviously presenting here at TEDx. We've presented to the Stillwater Kiwanis Club, and we presented at our new student convocation. And I'll actually be traveling to Zimbabwe in March with an OSU alumni named Dr. Tararai Trent to help her with the grand opening of 9 schools. So what does all this mean? Basically, the success and opportunities that I've had with Pencils of Promise have made me more mature, empowered me to make a change, and caused me to dream the biggest of dreams, dreams that seem utterly impossible. Because the staff at Pencils of Promise in Oklahoma State have encouraged me to find my own way to spread their movement, I have become empowered, and I believe wholeheartedly that we will solve the global education crisis in my lifetime. In conclusion, I really believe that we all need something to grab a hold of us in our comfort zone, shake us into reality, let us realize how uncomfortable the world around us is, and empower us on missions where we dream impossible dreams of changing our uncomfortable world. My guiding principle is that most people think you're obsessed with something when you spend every waking moment thinking about it. But when you realize that that obsession is truly passion, you'll change the world. So I challenge you guys to make people believe you're obsessed. Realize your opportunities, dream your dreams, empower a generation, and change this uncomfortable world we live in. Thank you so much.